A few years ago, a group of friends decided to go on a hiking adventure in the mountains. They had been planning the trip for months, and everyone was excited about spending a few days away from the noise of the city. On the morning of the journey, Huge arrived early at the meeting point with a huge backpack full of equipment. He brought food, water, extra clothing, and a blue umbrella in case the weather changed unexpectedly. Do we really need all of that? Asked Risi. You never know. You reply with a smile. It's better to be prepared. The group drove out town just after sunrise. Through the windows of the car, they could see beautiful fields, quiet villages, and long stretches of countryside glowing in the early morning light. After 2 hours, they reached the foot of the mountain. The view it was breathtaking. Huge cliffs rose above them, and narrow paths would through forests of pine trees. A cool breeze moved across the valley, carrying the sound of birds singing somewhere in the distance. As they began climbing, Lucy noticed a clue about the history of the area on all wooden side. Did you know this used to be a mining village? She asked. No idea, said Hugh. The path grew steeper as they climbed higher. Every few minutes, someone would stop to admire the view or take photographs. At noon, we found a beautiful spot beside a small stream and decided to have lunch. You opened a container of soup and passed around sandwiches. Lucy brought food, while James shared a few homemade cookies. This food is amazing, said James. Thank you, Lucy replied. After lunch, they continued upward. For a while, everything seemed perfect. Then the weather suddenly changed. Dark clouds appeared over the hills and the wind became stronger. I've got a bad feeling about this, Hugh said quietly. Within minutes, the heavy rain began falling. The group hurried to put on waterproof jackets, but the path became slippery and difficult to follow. At one point, James lost his footing and nearly fell. "You're all right," shouted Lucy. "I'm fine," he answered, although he looked nervous. The storm grew more intense. Thunder echoed across the mountains, and visibility became poor. Fortunately, you remember seeing a man shadow on a map that day. "I think it is only a few hundred meters away," he said. The group moved carefully through the rain until they finally reached a